Have you ever been at a stoplight and the car next to you is blasting some of the most majestic music you ever heard in your entire life? Or maybe you heard the cheer of a crowd at a basketball game when Glorious James dunked over 5 players? Or maybe it was the party chat when your boys started moaning when you were trying to clutch. No matter what it was, without your ears, none of those things could have been experienced. Which is why I always say hearing gotta be like top 5 senses, and it's not number 5. But like with all your senses, hearing has its good and bad. There are certain things that you don't want to hear, and it opens you up to so many forms of torture. Imagine you had government secrets and you were kidnapped and forced to listen to 5 French Montana songs. I don't know about y'all, but I'm spilling all the beans after the very first song. But that's only one example of something you don't want to hear. Some things you'll hear them and they'll drop your heart straight to the floor, which is why I'm here breaking down the worst things you can hear in any given circumstance. But before I even get into it, do you know what the worst thing for me to hear is? That you're not subscribed. So go ahead and press that button down below, man. It might just change your life. You really never know. The first phrase you never want to hear uttered is, "The bell does not dismiss you, I do." Now, I am sure I don't need to explain to you guys how evil some teachers can be. Some of them are downright diabolical, assigning homework over breaks, having weekly pop quizzes with questions you never even heard of in your entire life, and forcing you to carry gigantic hall passes just to go to the bathroom. These are just a few of the things that I consider to be war crimes. One of my teachers in high school legitimately made us carry a mini cotton gin to go use the bathroom. However, all these things pale in comparison to the phrase, "The bell does not dismiss you, I do." I don't think there's anything more infuriating than you're at your last class of the day and the teacher decides that today class ends 5 minutes later than everybody else. Haven't we suffered enough throughout this day? And why on earth would you want to keep behind a room full of minors, you weirdo? Let me go before I call the police. Think about how idiotic what you're saying is. You're telling me the school that already has no money spent their money installing bells in all the hallways and classrooms and having those same bells go off at specific times throughout the day for no reason. Teachers are already severely underpaid and now you're doing the bell's job for free. The next phrase you never want to hear uttered is, "I know you not laughing." This sentence alone can make a grown man cry because you already know what's coming next. You're the new target. The two niggas that are focusing on flaming each other have found a common enemy. For good reason, because why are you laughing? You know damn well you're the easiest pickings in the entire group, and you're in your most flammable state. You would think these niggas are Gordon Ramsay the way they're about to cook you. You're in your most flammable outfit and expected not to get lit up. To be quite honest, it is entirely your fault if you end up in this situation. Had you not laughed, you would have left unscathed. Sometimes, though, you're not even the nigga laughing for real. You could just be walking by and the losing party of the flame session happens to see you. And now all the attention of them getting flamed has been diverted straight onto you. I see people get in fights over hearing the phrase, "I know you're not laughing." This is the type of flame session you will never recover from. Years from now, all the hoes are gonna remember the day that Lil Timmy got flamed for wearing Shaqs and speed walking till they look like Jordans. The next phrase you never want to get caught lacking hearing is spoiler alert. Niggas will yell out spoiler alert, give you no time to cover your ears, and proceed to review the most coveted secrets known to man. Anytime you hear this phrase, just know the rest of your day is ruined. And I'm not talking about like a YouTube video or a TikTok post, because you always have time to pause a video, but in real life, you're a cook. In real life, niggas will tell you the entire history of the universe, events that have passed and events that have yet to happen, and only after they said all this will they open their dry, crusty lips and utter the phrase spoiler alert. Some niggas just want to see the world burn, but forget about the universe. No one cares about all that. Let's talk about something more important. If I open Twitter and see any more One Piece spoilers, y'all may very well never hear from me again. I simply cannot take it. The next phrase is literally anything that Madara says. We need to get that man a doctor. He has some disease that prevents him from dropping anything but bars. The type of nigga to stand on business. One man army versus 50. And I'm convinced he put Kishimoto himself in an infinite Tsukuyomi to create an ending where Madara didn't win. That brother is too cold, but enough schlabbing. Nah, I lied. No, it's not. But spoiler alert. This man, Madara, managed to drop an entire meteor on an army of fully trained ninjas. Naturally, it's not an army of pushovers. This is fully trained grown men, and Madara's taking them on 1v1 million right now. And after it took the entire might of Gaara and Inoki to stop that first meteor, Madara drops the coldest line, I think, in the entire series. This nigga said,
"Just what are you going to do about the second one, Inoki?"
And then proceeded to drop a second meteor on top of the meteor that was already crushing Inoki's head. And just like that, with that one phrase, any hope of stopping this nigga fell directly onto Naruto's lap. Realistically, how do you compete with 2 whole meteors? I am not too confident I can stop even 1 meteor. And I'm me, so if I can't do it, neither can they. Imagine a nigga telling you that your entire situation is about to get twice as bad, and then proceeds to make the entire situation twice as bad. Hearing there's a second meteor alone would have been enough for me to shit my britches. For this next phrase, allow me to really set the scene for you. You're on O Block, it's only 10 p.m. and you're trying to find out where niggas is at. Then in the distance you hear,
"What's up, nigga? Where you from?"
You might as well run. Whatever plans you had for the rest of your life will simply never come to fruition. My brother in Christ, you are cooked. There is no reality in which you walk away from this confrontation unscathed. But really, it's on you, bozo. Because what are you doing in this situation? You know you're a civilian, I know you're a civilian, and now the Oblakians definitely know you're a civilian. You had no business going out to the front lines. Your only options are either to run or pray. But this is merely a made-up scenario, and I'm willing to bet my left leg none of you are dumb enough to be in a situation at any given time. The next phrase is let's go band for band. Anybody who's asking you to go band for band is automatically monetarily advantaged. How do I know this? Niggas will only ask to go band for band if they have bands to go band for band with. No sane man is gonna ask to go band for band in front of the huz without no bands. But to be fair, no sane man should be begging to go band for band to begin with. But it puts you in a tough spot. You can either go band for band with a scamming 6'9" dread-headed young man, or you can decline to go band for band and automatically lose in front of all the hoes. It's a lose-lose situation. The only way to guarantee that you never hear the sentence is by being rich. When was the last time somebody asked Elon Musk to go band for band? So the moral here is to just get your money up. And also help me get my money up by hitting that subscribe button. Yes, sir. Lock in with me. Up next is more of a question than a phrase, and it's definitely a generational thing, but I'm going to say it anyway because it doesn't matter. It's the question, how old are you? Unless you're the exact age of the person who's asking you this question, you're either going to be too old or too young. I am only 20 years old, and I cannot count on both my hands and feet how many times I've been asked the question, how old am I? And the response to my answer was, damn, these kids must be stopped. But to be fair, I can also not count on both my hands and feet how many times I've asked somebody else this question, and my response to their answer was, damn. And I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. If you're older than me by so much as one day, you're simply too old. On the other end, telling anybody your age and you happen to be younger than them, you're automatically a baby. It doesn't matter how close you are to their age. You still pee the bed and they don't. You still get breastfed and they have a 401k and a mortgage. And I blame this entire situation on Duke Dennis. Before he was exposed for being a dinosaur, age never really mattered. The last phrase absolutely no one wants to hear ever is the phrase we need to talk, whether it's your partner, doctor, your parents, or even your dog. Absolutely no good news will ever come after this sentence is ever uttered. You're cooked, buddy. Pack your bags. You're no longer welcome. But that's all for today, guys. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Today's like goal is going to be 5. The first 5 likes get free ear removal surgery. And with that being said, make sure you guys go outside, drink plenty of water, and have a nice day.
Years. How many more things can I hear? I haven't cleaned these hoes out in a year. Take a step back, I'm switching into second gear. Years. They said my ears are dirty, all the hoes are acting weird. If they keep playing with me, they gon' get they pap smeared. Now fuck that Emma, have to make them disappear. Years. For real though, who here listens to French Montana, bro? Literally, I remember he had that one song with that one dude like 20 years ago, but since then, what has he been up to? Is bro still around alive and kicking? Matter of fact, I just looked bro up and he dropped an album last year. Emma, go listen to it and see if my opinion of him has changed.
While Curve is off doing his hater shit, allow me to read y'all a poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. I clean behind my ears in the shower. You should start doing it too. Or would you look at that? Curve already came back?
I'm not Curve nigga, Emo Obama. That's low-key racist anyways. Curve said French Montana. Bottom 5 artists of all time.